Hey everybody out there in YouTube land, this is Will, the Dragon Whisperer, with another video for my YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to be concentrating on putting together a quick setup for my Crested Gecko Tyrian. As you'll see here, I have blank spot here. I've taken the enclosure out of the spot and make sure I thoroughly sanitized it, cleaned it, wiped it down with Safe, got it ready to go. So in the video, I'll be putting together this enclosure. I recently got a male tokay gecko at the recent Repticon in Charlotte. So I have him in a 18 by 18 by 24 with Maddie, which used to be Tyrion's old tank. So those guys are getting along quite well. Hopefully they will breed and I will have some baby tokay geckos in the future. But for the meantime, I have had to put Tyrion in a temporary enclosure because I quarantined the male tokay gecko in Maddie's old enclosure. And so that's what I'm going to be placing Tyrion in now. That's going to be his new home. So I thoroughly sanitized it, got it all cleaned out from the male tokay being quarantined in there, and we're going to be setting that up for Tyrion today. So hope you guys enjoyed the video, and let's go. Alright guys, here we have the 12 by 12 by 18 Exoterra that we're going to set up here for Tyrion. And the first thing we're going to do is add the Eco Earth that was in Tyrion's temporary enclosure. So we're just going to take this out and put it in there for him, and go ahead and get that in there and get it moist and a little humid. Spray it down a little bit as we go. Okay guys, here we have the stuff I'm going to be putting together in the enclosure. Now that we have the substrate in, of course the water bowl. I like to use these little leaves for food dishes, but I'll put a few bottle caps in as well. I like to have multiple food spots inside of the enclosure for my geckos. Then I have some logs and sticks. This is Tyrion's favorite cork log. He spends a lot of his time inside of this particular cork log. This is his favorite by far. I've got a lot of great pictures of him with his head just barely sticking out, just checking out what's going on. We have some Reptivine from Flukers here, Pothos variety. We have some of this bendable vine. I find that this vine is great for geckos. Even the bigger 50-60 gram geckos can seem to climb pretty well on this. It'll support the body weight pretty well if you have it set up in the enclosure pretty good. And this stick that was in the tank before, because it fits in there just perfect. I hope I can get it back in there with the substrate already in there. So and also, in case you guys are wondering why I already have substrate in there, but I have these two little plastic ramekins here of soil. These are actually springtail cultures from some of my other bioactive setups that I'm going to be placing in here as well to help keep the tank a little more clean. It's not going to be completely bioactive because I'm not going to put live plants in here, but I do have two small little springtail cultures, and if you guys could see, which my camera won't zoom in close enough, but they are just teeming in there right now. And that'll help keep the tank clean and take care of Mr. Tyrion's poop that he lays in the dirt, at least for the most part, keep the fungus and the algae and the mold from growing inside the tank. So we're going to go ahead and try to get this stuff in there and see how I can get it situated and make it a good, happy home for Mr. Tyrion. Now here's the finished enclosure, guys. We have the vine in there, the pothos. I will eventually put a cling on the back so that it's not just clear glass, but so we have the food bowl, Tyrion's favorite cork bark hide substrate in there with the springtails, and also have his water bowl back there in the corner for him. And when I get everyone's food prepared tonight, we'll make sure that Tyrion has, apologize for the reflection, make sure Tyrion has multiple food options for the evening. And one thing I also like to do with my gecko enclosures is that most of them come with the screen top. So I like to take just some white duct tape, and I will close off the areas all except for where the lights are going to be. Now, since this was Maddie's tank, she had a heat lamp, so I had 2 spots exposed. Since this is Tyrion, I'll just have UVB on his tank, so I'll be filling in some more of that to help with the humidity. And also, these Exoterra tanks have vent systems in the front, so I also have tape lined on the inside of these tanks to keep them from venting out the front there as well, just to help with the humidity. It gets plenty of ventilation from the top for these little guys. So that's Tyrion's new enclosure. Now here is Mr. Tyrion's new enclosure. Back in his rack, got the fogger put back in through a screen there. His UVB light placed in. Got the tank misted down nice for him. Hopefully he will enjoy his new setup. Lots of places to hide. Lots of places to enjoy Mr. Tyrion. So we're going to see if he'll... Yep. There he goes in his new abode. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed that quick little video of me throwing the enclosure together for Mr. Tyrion here. He's already back in the back corner enjoying his cork bark log there, and I think he's going to be happy with his new home. You guys, please hit the like button, please hit the subscribe button, please hit the notification button. Anything you can do to help spread and share the channel. This is Will, the Dragon Whisperer, and I'm out.